So this is the trade that I took a short to fill this hourly fair value gap. So a fair value gap is basically a gap between three candles, and here you can see where I've outlined the wicks and highlighted the area in yellow. This area is a price magnet, if you will, so I think this is a pretty good trade to take. I definitely hopped in a little bit early, and I definitely had to wait a while for this trade to work out. But I set my target maybe one or two ticks above the actual fill because I want to make sure that I can exit without delay. Sometimes if you try and be perfect with your exit, you don't get filled. So I always try and exit a little bit above just to ensure a fill. And I went pretty heavy with the contracts on this trade. It was a bit of a risk, but I was confident. I had conviction that it would play out. We didn't have any news, and I also looked at the daily chart and saw that today would probably be a red day. So that meant I would be looking for a short position. This trade ended up working out. What's interesting about these trades sometimes when you're in a fill is that price is not going to necessarily always go straight down. You are going to get some movement upward and then back down. So they are going to toy with you a bit and try and shake you out of your position is what I like to call it. And sometimes if you don't have experience in the market, you will get shaken out of your position. So what I like to do is just watch price action so I can have an idea about how price moves. As you can see, price came down and set two relative equal lows, and then it returned up to a 15-minute breaker, and then eventually it finally completed the fill. It took a while. I definitely could have waited for an entry after it created that 15-minute breaker, but I didn't. I definitely was patient. I stayed in this trade and just waited for price to hit my target. I was very pleased. I ended up with close to $1,000 profit. So I'm just going to continue to be patient and wait for my trades to work out, work on my analysis, identify my breakers, identify levels of liquidity, gaps, pay attention to news as well as market sentiment, and just try and be consistent in 2024. This is my breakout year and I'm ready for it. 10 before 10.